Hey guys, I'm so excited because Jordan's results are in, and today we are going to compare his first test results to his second test results. As you can see here, he is semi-balanced at a 3.8 to 1 ratio for his omega-6 to 3 ratio. His original test, he was at a 50 to 1, so this is significantly better because we want that ratio to be at a 3 to 1 or better, so he is almost there. His cell protection value is moderate, which is really incredible considering the fact that he was at a 0% and now he's at 75% just after taking the oil for 4 months. Over here, his omega-3 index is moderate at a 7.6, which is really good. We want that to get to an 8 or better. His mental strength is moderate at a 1.6 to 1. His cell membrane fluidity is moderate at a 5.0 to 1, which is so much better than what it was in the original test. This value is really important because we can calculate how much as a percentage you are absorbing of the food that's going into your body, but also any supplements, medications, things like that. Originally, he was only absorbing 21% of what was going into his body, and now he's absorbing 80% of what is going into his body. So a significant increase in getting the nutrients that he needs, which is super important for overall health. And here you can see those values. So he was at a 50 to 1 before, which was captured on May 27th, and he is now at a 3.8 to 1, and that was captured on September 20th. As you can see here from this scale, he was at the 50 to 1, so you can be as in the treble danger zone of 125 to 1, but Jordan was at the 50 to 1, and you can see that he is working towards going into the green, and he is almost there, which is exactly where we want him to be because that will mean that he is finally in balance. Your results will also come complete with visualizing both tests, so you'll get test 1 and test 2 results. As you can see, every value here, Jordan was in the red, and he has moved into the yellow, which is really a great step in progression. But again, we want all of those values to be in the green. So this is really important when we're talking about his protection value, which talks about the immune system. Omega-3 is great for understanding anti-inflammation in the body as well as cardiovascular health. His mental strength, so cognitive ability, is super important here so that we can understand how his brain is functioning. Cell membrane fluidity, again, tells us whether or not you're absorbing the food that you need to be absorbing, but also it tells us if you're getting rid of the waste products that you should be. And so clearly he was not doing very well in that. The arachidonic acid is what shows us inflammation, but also shows us if you are aging prematurely. So these values are all really important when we look at total health. I absolutely love this part of the results as well because you get to see the individual breakdown of each 11 essential fatty acid. And here, because we're comparing the two tests, you get test 1 and test 2. So as you can see here, Jordan's breakdown will show both the target range, the value that was tested, so where he was, and then the deviation. You want this to all be in the 0%. Everything should be neutral, not in the positive and not in the negative. Now, if you've looked at the screen, you'll see here on this linoleic acid that he was at a 0 and now he's at a negative 5.1%. It's not a bad sign that it went into the negative because the body is working and the body is adjusting. So when he tests again, we're gonna see that progression probably go back to 0, which is really wonderful, but you have to give the body time to adjust. And again, here are the rest of the essential fatty acids. And as you can see here, he's still moving into the right direction by these values even getting less or getting into the 0%. And again, the EPA and the DHA are very valuable percentages when we look at those because those are going to tell us about function, but also about development. So in this case, this is a male's test result. So we're not looking at development function for somebody who were to be pregnant or who wants to get pregnant. But this is going to tell us how his body is functioning with inflammation and without inflammation. And so that's really, really important when we look at that for our total health experience. Okay guys, so that was Jordan's second results after taking the balance oil for 120 days. I do want to caveat this though, because Jordan's results are accelerated potentially because we doubled his oil intake. Instead of taking 10 milliliters a day, we upped it to 20 milliliters a day. The reason we did this is because he was in such a danger zone on all of his values, as you saw from all the red on his first test. And we know that that's not the place that anybody should be living in. It's a really scary place. It's at the very point of where disease can start or disease is already there. And so what we want to do is limit that or completely take it out. And so that is why we went aggressive with his protocol, so that we could get him the best results possible and get his body functioning optimally as soon as we could. So if you guys have questions about this, if you're interested in knowing a little bit more, let me know, because I would love to give that information to you, help you with your health, and get you back into balance. So thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.